The Lion and the Four Bulls. Four bulls, which had entered into a very strict friendship, kept always near one another and fed together. The lion often saw them, and as often had a mind to make one of them his prey, but, though he could easily have subdued any of them singly, yet he was afraid to attack the whole alliance, as knowing they would have been too hard for him, and therefore contented himself, for the present, with keeping at a distance. At last, perceiving no attempt was to be made upon them as long as this combination held, he took occasion by whispers and hints to foment jealousies and raise divisions among them. This stratagem succeeded so well that the bulls grew cold and reserved towards one another, which soon after ripened into a downright hatred and aversion, and at last ended in a total separation. The lion had now obtained his ends, and as impossible as it was for him to hurt them while they were united, he found no difficulty, now they were parted, to seize and devour every bull of them, one after another. Four bulls once formed an unbreakable bond of friendship, sticking closely together and sharing their resources. Their unity made them formidable, and although the lion often eyed them as potential prey, it dared not attack because it knew that any single bull might fall easily, but the alliance of all four was too strong to challenge. Their collective strength served as a powerful deterrent against external threats, symbolizing how departments within an organization, when united and cooperative, can resist competition or external pressures. Effectively, the lion's instinct was to exploit their unity's one weakness, internal division. Realizing that a direct assault was futile, the lion resorted to cunning tactics, subtly sowing seeds of jealousy and mistrust among the bulls. Through whispers and hints, the lion fanned the flames of rivalry and suspicion. Although the bulls had been tightly bonded, this quiet undermining slowly eroded their trust and warmth towards each other until bitterness and aversion took root. Eventually, their friendship shattered, and they went their separate ways. With their alliance broken, the lion found it trivial to overpower them individually, capturing and devouring them one after another. This fable vividly illustrates the critical importance of maintaining collaboration and unity within an organization, warning against the dangers of internal competition, rivalries, and silos that weaken the collective and open the door to external threats. Beyond the message about unity, this story offers a striking lesson about the destructive power of subtle, covert communication, represented by the lion's whispers, that can dismantle even the closest bonds. Despite their strong connection, the bulls were defeated by mere whispers, highlighting a hidden vulnerability in organizations. It is essential for any leader to discern between whisperers and whistleblowers within their teams, as their influence on organizational culture and cohesion is profoundly different. Whisperers are often covert agents of discord, capable of spreading rumors and mistrust without accountability, while whistleblowers act openly and ethically to protect the organization's integrity. Whisperers operate in the shadows of the organization, communicating informally and secretly, often sharing unverified or misleading information. Their motives may range from personal gain and rivalry to fear or insecurity. Because they avoid responsibility and maintain secrecy, their actions undermine trust, creates divisions, and erode morale. Whispering fosters a toxic workplace environment characterized by gossip, suspicion, and the erosion of transparent and accountable leadership. These individuals are hazardous to organizational unity, and their destructive influence requires vigilant attention from leaders. Allowing whispering to flourish can create a poisonous culture that ultimately hampers collaboration, innovation, and resilience. In contrast, whistleblowers embody moral courage by openly exposing wrongdoing, unethical practices, or safety violations within an organization. They do not speak behind closed doors or for personal advantage. Instead, they take responsibility for their actions by reporting concerns through formal channels, such as ethics committees, compliance offices, or regulatory authorities. Their motivation arises from a deep sense of ethical duty and the desire to protect the organization's values and stakeholders. Whistleblowers promote transparency, accountability, and constructive reform, serving as vital guardians of ethical conduct, despite the personal or professional risks they may face. The essential difference between whisperers and whistleblowers lies in their intent, manner, and impact. Whisperers secretly spread mistrust, division, and instability, weakening the organization's foundational trust. Whistleblowers, on the other hand, bring issues to light responsibly, strengthening the moral fabric and enhancing long-term organizational health. Leaders must therefore actively discourage whispering behaviors by fostering an environment of open and honest communication where transparency prevails and employees feel psychologically safe to share concerns without fear. Simultaneously, leaders must encourage, protect, and value whistleblowers who courageously uphold ethical standards for the greater good. Ultimately, an organization's vitality depends on its capacity to silence the poison of whisperers while empowering those who champion truth and accountability. When communication serves as a lifeblood of integrity and transparency, rather than secrecy and manipulation, organizational unity remains robust and resilient. This fable, enriched with the distinction between whisperers and whistleblowers, serves as a powerful metaphor for leaders striving to build cohesive, ethical, and high-performing organizations capable of withstanding both internal and external challenges. The theoretical foundations involved in this metaphor are highlighted below. Systems theory. The organization is viewed as a system where various parts, departments, must function cooperatively for overall effectiveness. Disunity disrupts systemic harmony and performance. Von Bertalanffy, 1968. Social identity theory and group cohesion. Unity among group members enhances collective strength and performance, while rivalry or fragmentation weakens the collective. Taj Fell and Turner, 1979. Organizational silos theory. Functional divisions that foster competition rather than inefficiency and collaboration reduce communication and cooperation. Vulnerability. Singh, 1990. Leading to. Resource dependence theory. Cooperation among units optimizes resource sharing and defensive capabilities against external threats. Pfeffer and Salanchik, 1978. The tale of the lion and the four bulls vividly underscores that even the mightiest alliances within an organization can crumble when internal unity is compromised by covert forces of division. The strong bond of the bulls, representing departments tightly knit through cooperation and shared purpose, was shattered not by overt conflict, but by the lion's insidious whispers, symbolic of destructive whisperers who spread mistrust and jealousy behind closed doors. This internal fracturing dismantled their collective resilience, allowing the lion, embodying external threats and competitors, to seize each bull individually with ease. It illustrates how the survival and strength of any organization rely fundamentally on preserving interdepartmental harmony, transparent communication, and a culture that actively discourages rumor-mongering and toxic secrecy. From a theoretical standpoint, this fable integrates critical organizational insights. Systems. Theory teaches that the organization's parts must function together for effectiveness. Social identity theory highlights the strength derived from group cohesion. Organizational silos theory warns against divisions that breed inefficiency. And resource dependence theory affirms that cooperative resource sharing defends against external threats. Leaders, like vigilant watchdogs, must differentiate whisperers, agents of discord, from whistleblowers who courageously uphold integrity by exposing wrongdoing through accountable channels. The lion's success depended on its ability to weaponize silenced rumors, just as competitive forces exploit such fractures in reality. Only by fostering open dialogue, sustained unity, and ethical transparency can an organization protect itself from the lion's subtle, corrosive attacks and thrive as a robust, cohesive entity prepared to face internal and external challenges alike.